Today I'm going to show you how to install Kali Linux on a Macintosh using the UTM VM software. So first we're going to get the UTM software. So I need to download it here. And this will just take a minute. Just a little time remaining here. All right, so now let me just move this out of the way. I have the disk image. I need to mount it just like normal. So I'm double clicking it. I got to do this normal thing where you drag into your applications folder. I want it actually installed on my computer. And that's ready to go. So if you were an administrator, or you have to be an administrator. Now I'm going to go back into applications. Let me just show you. It's here. You can see all my applications. Now it's down here, UTM. So I'm going to pop that open now. Okay. This is from the internet, and I do want to open it. So here we are in UTM. So UTM we're going to do this create a virtual machine in a minute, but what we need first, I'm going to move that out of the way on my desktop. What we actually need first is a Kali disk image. We need the Kali installer. So we're going to go with the Kali, and we need the ARM. Oh, there it is, ARM64 download. That's the one we need. I'm going to go to Get Kali here, and what we want here is the installer image. So it doesn't have a good installer for Kali, and we want this Apple Silicon ARM64. So this one looks good here. We are going to download it. This one will take a long time. So you can see here, this is going to take plenty of time. This one, luckily, I'm just going to stop it because I actually have a copy. Let me clear that out. I don't need to show you that. So here I have the ISO already downloaded. So that would have taken a while, but you got to be patient. There it is. All right, so that's on my desktop. Let me move this thing out of the way, or I guess I can just get into UTM. Go back to UTM. I need to create a new virtual machine, and I need to virtualize because we are running an ARM64, so that's fine here. It's going to be a Linux because Kali is a Linux. I've just been accepting all of these normal things, but we do need to do this boot from ISO image. So I need to browse here. Then I need to find my ISO. And by the way, this is the one, Kali Linux. This is the current installer. I'm going to hit open here. Now I hit continue. And then the 64, it seems fine. That's what I did anyway. I don't do a shared directory for now. And we are ready to go here. So I'm gonna we do need to open the VM settings, but I'll just show you that in just a second. It creates the VM here. I'm gonna right click here and I'm gonna hit edit. Because it's very important here that we actually go into devices and we actually need a terminal display. So what you need here is a serial device. And the serial device it gives you by default works great. So I'm gonna hit save here. It's going to do some changes here. And now I can start it up. It'll boot from that ISO, but it will also show me two windows. Here's the graphical window, and here is the terminal window. Okay. Now, you're going to see in a second, like graphical install doesn't even work, so don't bother with that. I'm going to be over here in the terminal window because I'm going to be, like, I can use the arrow keys and move in here, and I'm going to hit enter on install. You'll notice the graphical one goes, but nothing is happening here. So this is why we had to add that terminal session. So I'm going to hit enter here. United States. This stuff is pretty normal stuff. A good key map here. Got to do some work on this. All right, done some network auto configuration. And for part of this, you gotta relax. Okay, I'm gonna scoochy this. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch back to this over here, and I'm gonna show you one thing. While I'm waiting for this, I'm gonna show you one problem I had, and I have to just look in my search history. Actually, this is gonna be. Oops, let me go back here. Oh, host name. I just used the name Kali, so I typed this in. This is actually left over from a previous install. I typed in Kali. I also left domain name blank. For the user account, I actually just use Kali here. You can use your own username. I'm using, this is going to be, the previous one was the full name. This is the short username. So I use Kali for both. And then if you know, Kali is actually the default password for Kali Linux. And so I just use Kali for that too. And it's just so, like, I don't know, it's going to be in a VM on my machine. I'm the only one that's going to run it. And so I think that's just what I did. Again, you can set your own default. Just to note, you would, if you downloaded like on a Windows machine, like the pre-built VMs, it would already be Kali. All right, we're in Eastern time zone here. So that's ready to go. Then this, I think this part is the super long part. We're setting up a partition. No, I need to partition my disks. I'm going to use entire disk, so I'm just hitting the top option. I'm using that virtual disk. This is the one that we set up earlier in UTM. All the files are on one partition. That's great too. So I'm just hitting enter. I'm hitting enter again, fish partitions, and then over here I have to arrow over or tab over and hit enter. So I hit enter here, and I'm ready to go. I think this part is the part that takes a while, so I'm going to flip back over here, and I'm going to just note this. There was this oops, no, there's UTM. This one here, there's a thing where you get operation not permitted when starting a VM. And so if you see that, I can't find a good image of it. It did it to me. That's probably, no, it just did it. It's a really simple looking message. It is, let's see if this one is. I am not seeing the error I got. It was super simple. It just said the operation was not permitted. Now, what you need to do to fix this, let me go back to the all, is I found the thing in here. And the funny part of this was, let me just show you here, is I needed to do like these didn't work. I had to find this thing. So this applications UTM. So I'm going to actually copy this right now and just show you. I stop before I hit QEMU launcher. I copy this. I go into a terminal, or no, I don't go into a terminal. I go into the Finder, and I hit the Go menu, and you can't see me hitting the Go menu, but here's me hitting the Go menu. Oops, it's not wanting to go, or not wanting me to show me. Won't even move over, sorry. Let me just show you where it is. Here it is. Let me put it in column view so you can see where I'm at. So I've navigated to that. So I'm all the way through, like, in the contents. This is in the application folder. And you have to run this file. So you just double click it, and then this happens. Apple will tell you, do you want to do this? Is it okay? And this is you just need to run it, and this is how you finish this. This operation couldn't be permitted. All right, let's switch back here. We're going to accept this default option. We want, or these, the things that are already checked. Desktop environment is good. And now this part, I believe, is the long part. This was probably, what am I going to say here? Let's see how fast it goes. It's funny that it's counting down really fast now. But this part was like 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking now, and then there will be a part where I edit back in as we get closer. All right, so that was it. We've cleaned up. Now we're waiting again. We do need to install the Grub bootloader. As far as I remember, it actually made me say I wanted to install the Grub bootloader, so watch out for that. By the way, I'm going to flip over here. Like, you still can't see anything, and this is the graphical view, so there's still nothing there. So we're just going to wait here for a little bit. All right, I want to note also, you probably saw a few times in here that I skipped a few places, but there's times when it looks like it's stuck, but you just need to let it keep going. All right, this is important here where it says make sure to remove the installation media. This is actually done in the menu up here that you can't see, and I can't really show you very well because it's in, let me just go into edit. If you look at the UTM menu, there's if you click on the VM, or if you're in the VM, there's a virtual machine menu, and I'm going to go into drives here. Oh, you can see it there. You can hardly see it there. It says CD, DVD, ISO image, and this is where I say eject. If I don't do it here, I can't actually pop back into this one once I've shut it down, but I might as well do it up here since I'm able to. So I'm switching back over here. I need to eject that disk. If you don't eject the disk, it'll go back into setup, and if it goes back into setup, that's okay. Just this button is the restart button. Just eject it again and restart it. So I'm going to hit here and hit continue, and it's going to finish up here. And the cool thing here is now we can switch back into this one. I'm going to shrink this down so I can see it a little better, maybe. Here is booting into Kali. You can also see that this is in the background. At this point, I can actually remove that. I don't think I can edit yet. So what I'm going to do is just show you how to clean this up. Okay, so first I'm going to shut this down. Like, it's ready to go. But I want to shut it down because I want to get rid of this terminal because I don't want to see that. I'm just going to shut down here. I hit shut down and it's going to shut down. And now we're down, right? And so we can move over here. And here I believe now I can hit edit. This is where, by the way, if you go down to the drives, which one was it? Well, it's not there anyway, but in here you would have a thing that was like load on startup. Let me just show you how it looks. If I do this, and I do where's ISOs? Here? Oh, disk image, yes. Where are we at now? Just I do it here. That looks like I might be the one to do. No, I didn't really want to do it there. It should be removable. What did I do wrong here? That's the one there. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's a disk image. It just messed up my whole thing. This one is a CD ISO. And what you want to do here, let me just see if I can make it so it rejects it. But anyway, it needs to go away. So take it off of there. Let me just double check one more time in settings. This is why yeah, the first time I did it, it had this option. You could uncheck a button that said load it at startup. That does not need to be read-only. Let me just remove this. I don't need the installer anymore. All right, I'm going to save that. All right, oh, the other thing I need to do, I'm going to go back into edit here. I need to remove this serial. So I remove that, hit save, and now I'm ready to start into Kali. Let me just move our window back up here and make it look all pretty. And there it is. This, by the way, when it says booting in 3 seconds, if I hit enter, it would boot it to slightly faster, but it does boot pretty quick. So here it is. I hit Kali, K-I-L-I, this is the password I set earlier. username and password, hit log in, and now I'm in Kali. Hopefully that works for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.